Nothing better like listening to Slugbug on a rainy day. Good afternoon as of when I make this video, and welcome users of YouTube to my video. Alrighty, so the reason why I might be having that strange introduction is because I just felt like I have no idea why. But anyway, I'm here to show you guys that I finally have no update on my computer, and this product just came yesterday. It's the card reader, and yes, it does work. I put the sticky note over it because this blue LED is so bright at night, it really lights my room up. That's really how bright this LED on that thing is. But anyway, I just got this card reader yesterday and I installed it and now it works. The problem with the old card reader that I originally had, that one, the power light didn't actually turn on, it was still off. But if you put an SD card in it, the access light would turn on and it would blink, but the power light just wouldn't turn on. But anyway, I already got that problem fixed. I returned this and I got a replacement. Except it wasn't that simple. On Amazon, I actually had to return it and then I had to buy a new one. So that's how that came into play and whatnot. So this thing does work. I tested it out with using the MS slot and the SD card slot, as well as the micro SD card slot. So here's an example. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video and take a picture of my Altair 8800, and I'll show you guys working. I'll show you guys how it will work. Alrighty, people, I just took a picture of my Altair, and yep, I just did that. And so now I'm gonna remove the micro mini MS Pro Duo card from the camera, and it's still recording while I'm doing this, so I'm popping it out of the camera, and there it is. So if you guys haven't probably guessed it already, the camera that I've been using to make these videos is actually in fact a Sony Handycam. And it's the Sony Handycam that records videos onto a hard drive. Now, the reason why the quality may not be so good is because, for one, I have it set to LP mode, long play, so that's probably the worst video quality, or not the least best video quality, so it's not going to come out so well on YouTube. And also, this is a fairly old camera. I think this camera was from about 2009 or 2010, and it's about 4 years old. So plus I haven't used this camera in about a year, so since I started making my YouTube channel, I've been starting to use it again. So the battery on this is not as good as it used to. So anyway, let me pop in this card into the MS Pro Duo slot, if that's what they call it. Memory stick, that's what it stands for. Alrighty, so there we go, the access light turned on and card sticks out quite a bit. Now if we go to my monitor, we will go ahead and I'll show you guys it working. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of sit in my desk chair if possible. Move my iPad away. Now log back in onto the computer. Alrighty, so now just log in. Alrighty, I was just looking at Amazon and the Fire TV, kind of interesting. So anyway, we'll just minimize that. So right now, there is a memory card, or not memory card, but a flash drive icon right underneath my media drive. So just clicking that, and there is the information that was on the image file, but on the camera. So I just double click DCM and then 101 MSDCF, which has all the pictures on it. There are my pictures, family pictures that I've taken, and school pictures for school. So scrolling all the way down to the most recent, there we can see my Altair picture. And there it is in VGA style, which is 640 by 480. And it doesn't look so bad, actually. It is kind of a little bit not sharp, but very odd colored image quality. But on my camera, it does look pretty nice when you look at it on my camera, I guess. But anyway, that's how it comes out, and it came out pretty nicely. This thing can also read micro SD and all sorts of file types. I don't know if it can do both types at the same time. I mean, for example, I don't know if it can read an SD card and an MS Pro Duo card at the same time, but either way, this is not agreeing with my flash. Well, anyway, Well, that light does blink. The access light does blink when it's processing information. Should have showed you guys that, but anyway. So that is the MS Pro Duo card. I don't know if it can read the original MS Pro Duo. I think that slot is also compatible with both because it just says MS on it. Which nice is it has micro SD slot. So if I wanted to, I could read micro SD cards. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of put my camera down here for now, and I'm gonna go get my SD card tin, which holds all my SD cards in them, and I'll show you guys different cards that can be read. Is for as much as I have, like for all the cards that I have, I'll show you guys them working on that. So I only have 3 types of card reading devices. I don't have the others. For example, I do have an SD card. I don't have a media memory. Wait, what is it called? Media. Well, I don't have that MMC card. Also, I do have a micro SD card and of course, a Pro Duo card. I don't have an XD picture card or an M2 card or a compact flash card either. So the only one I do have is SD, Pro Duo, and micro SD. I'm going to stick them all and a flash drive. This is my Cruiser 128 gig flash drive. I know these things are getting pretty big. And I bought this back in 2012 or early 2013, so that's even more amazing. And I believe that the USB 2.0 slot port actually it has a dedicated USB port to it because it's a 2 by 4 plus 1 USB header, and there's wires coming out from both sides. So I'm assuming that this USB 2 port has its own dedicated port. So plugging that in, so I don't think it should affect like the other cards. So I plugged that one in. Now I'm going to plug in a card for my Raspberry Pi. I bought this 8 gig card. I originally bought it for my Pi, but I recently got a 32 gig card. So yeah, so I have my 8 gig Ultra card, and this one should definitely work because this has the Linux file system on it because it's from Raspberry Pi. So sticking the SD card in there from the top. Don't know if it can read all of them at the same time. Well, the light does flash though. And let me get one more format out. And that's the micro SD card. I'm zoomed in all the way. What the heck? Oh, I am zooming in. Okay, there it is. I have an SD adapter. I got this from Radio Shack about 5 years ago. When I got my phone, I bought this SD card thingy for it. So there's the micro SD card, which is very small. It's smaller than my index or my middle finger, which you guys can see. So this sticks in, I think, upside down. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to plop it in there without dropping it, because that would kind of stink if I dropped it. No, wait, I think it's just right side up. Okay, so now I have all 4 cards in there, plus a memory card, and then is it working? Yep, memory card's working. So that thing is probably not doing too well. But let's go onto the computer and see if that is the case. Alright, so we got about 60,000 windows open. Joking. Anyway, so it looks like it recognized all or most of them. So it looks like it can only read 1 card at a time. It recognized the flash drive and it recognized the Pro Duo card, the flash drive, and the Linux and my SD card. So it looks like it can only read 1 card at a time, and it doesn't look like it recognized the 4 gig micro SD card. So opening that, I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in on that access light so you guys can see it flash and whatnot. Okay, I guess it won't because there's 3 cards added at the same time. So I'm gonna show you guys the 4 different things to show you if it works or not. So start with my Raspberry Pi. Works. Let me see if the light flashes. Yeah, it does already. So I'm gonna zoom in on a flashlight or the access light down there, Let it zoom. I'm at focus. This camera does not do very good at focusing when it's halfway in. When it's halfway zoomed in, actually. Fail, wait. Okay, there we go. You guys may have not seen that. It does flashing. It's just really hard to see, I guess, because of the frame rate on the camera. Oh, now it just turned off. Well, I don't know. I'm pushing it to its limits, so I'm gonna eject. I'm gonna go ahead and pull each of the cards out. So I'm gonna start by ejecting the Pro Duo card because we've already used that one, and I already showed you guys it working. I'm gonna put that back in my camera. Okay. Alrighty, so now we're gonna go ahead and show you guys that flash drive. Flash drive works. I'm gonna go ahead and play a random file. And that was a Minecraft 90. That was a Windows 95 commercial. So yeah. Alrighty, so the flash drive works. I'm gonna eject that. Try something for my Pi. Alrighty, so we want to find it in my home directory if it's there. Don't know where, because I haven't used this SD card in forever, so I'm not really sure where any videos would be, at least songs wise, if there are any. Hide the hidden folders to make it easier for me to find any. So where would I probably put them? Okay, I could put them in downloads. That's pretty empty. Probably not. Probably desktop. Nope. Desktop. Backup. No. Backup might actually be the case. I'm not really sure. There's me on my computer. I guess that's from my old house. There's my laptop, and then there's me doing stuff. I don't know how I took that. Oh yeah, I took that through the Raspberry Pi command console. So I was able to I took this picture remotely. So, and I had my little Raspberry Pi camera attached. So that was just a test file anyway. So yeah. And there's me smiling to the camera, another test picture, except knowing this time it actually worked. This is from an older date, but it's a very high quality picture, so that's a very nice thing. So the Pi SD card works, so I'm going to eject both. And that didn't seem to work right. Oh, no, we got it. So now I ejected the 8 gig SD card. So let's see if it automatically mounts the micro SD card. Doesn't look like it did. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it in and pull it out. Okay. Ugh. There we go. Detected it, except it actually... So it found the micro SD card. I'm going to go ahead and play something off of that. This is an old song by the Squirrel Nut Zippers. Just going to play a few seconds of it. I used this SD card in both Action Replay DSi and an Action Replay DSi unit, and I also used it in my cell phone. So it's going to have both cell phone files and the files that are needed to hack a game or like put cheat codes into a Nintendo DS or DSi game. So anyway, that is microSD microSD working on the computer. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and eject it. There we go, and the access light just turns off. So, alright people, thank you for watching my video about my update and the fact that the SD card reader is in there now finally. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where I probably will be unboxing perhaps a fan filter or something for my computer. So, yep, this is now my basically complete computer. My advancedly complete is still yet to be finished. I still have 4 things that I still want to put in this machine. I still want to put in the fan filter for the intake. It's a 200 millimeter fan filter or 20 centimeter fan filter for the intake, and I can only find it off Frozen CPU's website. So I also want to get the windowed side panel for it, as well as lighting for the computer, like in the inside, so I can light the internals up. It'd be kind of cool. And there was one other thing. Oh yeah, and the fan hole block, which goes on the top of the computer for the 12 centimeter fan that I don't need, but they're just temporarily. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. And thank you for watching. Oh, and by the way, leave a comment below if you have one.